everybody, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are back for another episode of The North Seat. I believe it is episode 9, and I think Ethan made up a fun name for it, and as he stated earlier today, I chose the bad name for it, which is The Rotting Foundations. With us here is the full cast and crew, back from a little bit of a hiatus, and ready to jump into a fun Disneyland Dungeons & Dragons ride through, a country mining town where nothing bad happens, and things all have the appropriate number of legs. With me to enjoy this extravaganza, Miss Ginger Ninja, welcome back. Who are you, where can we find you on the internet, and who are you playing today?
I'm Extras Ginger Ninja pretty much everywhere. There better be things with, I was going to say 2 legs, but if there's dogs, that's fine.
Just
4 legs or less.
Appropriate number, yeah.
Yeah, appropriate number.
Yeah.
Like 3 if it's like that cute dog that only has 3 legs, or a normal dog with 4 legs. That's it.
Right.
That or 2 legs or nothing.
Or a displacement beast who has 6 legs. Those are fine too.
Yeah. I watched the episode from last week, and I feel like she just wasn't paying attention when everyone else fell asleep, and she just wandered into like go get a sandwich or something. She just left.
I only want half spiders, but they're like half, like the human half is the bottom half, and it's just spider head.
Don't fuck me on this one, Mike.
Wait, are you talking about like a Toy Story?
Like man spider, like the Spider-Man from a different universe where he just has like a spider body and like man legs.
Yeah, I have that toy somewhere. That I used to have that toy from Toy Story.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
What's his day job?
That's awesome. Who knows, man? But speaking of spiders and whether or not they're good or bad, half or whole, Bird, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Can confirm bad entirely. No exceptions. I am Bird versus Plane. I'll be playing Salim, the Maritime Keeper of the Witch Wren. In this game, D&D wise, that is a Celestial Warlock. So let's go make some friends and inadvertently or advertently murder them.
Perfect. And here to keep us sane and keep our enemies insane, Maddie, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hello, I'm Mad Fishmonger. You can find me online as Mad Fishmonger. And I am playing Cardus, the Titan Tiefling Bard, who is inadvertently extremely metal.
Or advertently. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't try very hard. Yeah. It just sort of happens.
It sort of flows naturally. Man, I was going to say, speaking of flowing naturally, but that doesn't apply here. Keeping me insane and torturing our players and our audience. Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us about the North Seas.
Hello, I'm Ethan, or Super Robot Bear on the Twitter. I wrote this. This is an adventure you can go purchase/get for free. You can get the first book, which we've already played through for free on DriveThruRPG, or you can buy book 2, which we have started. We did the first adventure. We're about to get into the part of the adventure where it kind of like splits out a little bit, and you can go choose your own destiny and what to go look at first.
Sweet. And if you guys want to buy that, you can check that link right there in chat.
And as far as a recap, I believe we talked about having an in-character recap for Salim, who did not at any point be part of the dream sequence that was last session.
And Ren.
Ren was there for half the time.
That's true. But before we get into a recap, guys, I will remind you that we are a sponsored show. We are sponsored by the Dice of Rolling. They're a complete set of polyhedral dice with optimized quantities for D&D 5e. Christmas is right around the corner, so grab those for your new players. Grab them for your old players. They are an awesome set to add to your table. Also, if you want to take part in helping get these lovely faces you see before you paid, check out our Patreon. That is the entire goal of that, is to pay our cast and our DMs. So please take a look over there. Every dollar helps. With that, let's jump over to Ethan, or I guess jump over to us, and figure out what our recap is.
So you guys are currently walking back to town through the autumnal woods. The air's still nice and crisp. Some of you are a little more haggard than you were when you first left off, because, like I mentioned, the effects of the dreams continued into reality. So if you had any wounds, or had cast any spell slots, or any of that, those are gone. Except for Salim, who was not actually ever there. He was a figment of the dream. So I will cut to you guys if you want to, how much you want to tell him.
So it's like The Matrix. I feel like the scene cuts in like midway through the story. And it's like, and there we were, and you just, and you blasted him, and he died. He just died. The most impressive thing I've ever seen. It's a shame it was all a dream.
No, the shot was.
The most impressive thing I've ever seen Salim do in the entirety of our. Yeah.
But when I see it, I see your potential.
Yes, that's the Salim you could be. The one I dream about is the one you could be.
That's what I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
Is the issue is that you all came from that with real wounds, with real memory,
Yes.
with all of that, and yet there was a Salim in there that existed. That was clearly not me,
Right.
or my.
I know.
That
I wish
is
it
upsetting
were.
to me.
I wish it were.
Oh, that's because this is Asim who pops in because he's still with you guys.
Not Ethan.
He's feeling a little bit better now that you guys are walking and talking. Oh no, that's because the dream probably needed you to be there to make it more convincing that it was real. So the dream put you there.
I thought there were strange things happening, but I did not think a dream.
That's because
So-
the dream never wants you to think it's a dream.
But yes, it was very good.
It's bad.
It was like a illusion. You have seen magic that do
Tricks before the eyes.
like that, but inside the brain.
A little? Except it was more like your dream self was pulled out of your waking self's body and into the underside a little bit.
It sounds so much worse when you explain it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dream stuff is weird
Yeah.
and really dangerous. That's why we're supposed to go through lots of years of training and all that sort of stuff to make sure we can do it right. But then,
Oh, but
no. I don't want to inflate your ego too much, Salim. Ren was also there, and she did nothing, like, at all. She mostly
Were you
stood
being
there.
mean to me in the dream?
No, we were fighting a deer that had
You're
hands.
probably thinking about it.
It had
Tell me what
hands.
you want.
It had hands for antlers.
Handlers?
Handlers.
Like Salim, like us, for him.
No. But also hands on the end of when it walked.
Yeah, its feet weren't hooves; they were hands, and it grabbed me with his handlers.
So does he do really good handstands?
I think he's always handstanding, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Salim, could you imagine that?
I am gonna have to because I didn't get to experience this.
There was also a deer that had was just eyes.
Like he was agreeing to everything.
No, like its head was an eyeball and its body was covered in eyeballs, and it walked on tiny eyeballs. It's just eyes. And it squished when you hit it, and then it just poof, exploded into.
Salim,
Yeah.
have you ever, you eat the bad food, you go to sleep, you have, you get sick, and then you have odd thing, you see thing, everything's
No.
crazy. That never happened to you?
'Cause
It
Mar-
wouldn't.
Yeah, because I don't get to dream.
Curtis.
When you get sick before?
Sure.
I don't know how to explain.
Curtis, have him eat the mushrooms. Then he'll know.
Hmm.
They're in his pocket. Just tell him to eat them.
I use prestidigitation to make brightly colored, just sort of sparkly things in the air.
You would be well aware of illusions because
Mhm. And I'm like, okay, is like this, but inside your head.
Salim just kind of nods, but his brow is still furrowed, and he seems
That
immensely.
is the best I can give you.
He just seems immensely frustrated at the idea that's like he is the one person who doesn't get to be part of this thing.
Wait a minute. Were the toots real? Did I dream the toots?
Did you eat something bad?
No, the spinach toots.
the spinach is totally
Spinach
fake.
bad?
We found a toot of spinach. Was it a dream? Salim, when we were walking up to Yosef's house, did we find, do you remember, finding a toot of spinach?
Do I remember finding spinach toots?
No?
What the hell is
Damn it! I thought we had found a patch of spinach toots to bring back to the village for food, but...
Well, because I had put them in my...
Oh, that's true. Bag. You do have them in your bag.
If I look in my bag, are they there?
No. What you do have, however, and I'm going to reveal this to you.
Oh, God.
You guys did bring back the goodberry bush planter.
Oh, that's true. We did that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm very happy to find this in my bag.
I think Asim's carrying it, isn't he?
I think he was, yeah. He's got it like wrapped in both of his arms.
Yeah, because we took it from Joseph's house before we burnt it down.
Yeah.
Asim, I'm so happy that you still have that.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great.
And we're also very, very sorry about Yosef, still. I know that was only like 30 seconds ago, but...
I'm going to say at this moment, we are in town, and you see Torg, like, what about Yosef?
Oh, Asim, I have this one. He's very dead.
Did you kill him?
No.
I mean...
No.
Kind of. So we went to go find him, and we found spinach toots, and then we went into a dream state, and then he had no eyes and attacked us and said something about the nightmare, I think, and then we killed him, and then when we killed him, we woke up, and then we weren't at his house, and then we went to his house, and then we found him dead. Is this Cardus? Am I nailing this? That's pretty much right? Oh, wait, and you found a crystal? Someone has that.
Yes. And, there was, he'd been corrupted with, yes. Everything was terrifying and confusing. Wrong.
It's true.
Something was corrupt and very wrong.
This is very troubling.
No, I know.
Maybe we should talk inside.
Yes. Father. Shit. I thought you said Torg at first, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right.
Torg!
Yeah.
But it kind of leads you guys into the hall. It's not very active right now. It's kind of it's evening, but people haven't returned yet, basically, from their hunts. So it's still a little empty in here. And sort of seeing you guys kind of like huddle together, Asim kind of left for a second, dropped the planter off at his house, and then went to go grab Helena as well. So, is there anyone else you want at this meeting?
Helena's the apprentice to the Seeker of the Water, a Seeker of the Sea, right?
Correct.
Okay. I don't know, guys. Anyone? That's all I can think of. We have the new Seeker of Earth, the new Seeker of Water. Is it water or the sea?
Either's fine.
Okay. And then we have Torg. I guess what's the female equivalent of Torg? She's probably important, right?
Yeah, she's definitely important.
I can't remember her name.
I always mix her name up with one Esther. Yeah.
And
Esther Longspoot.
And what was she again? Because we haven't really talked about her.
She is in charge of the Golden Horn, which is like the happy, like joyful sort of hall in town. Mm-hmm. There's lots of drinking and song and that
where
sort of
Cardus
stuff.
fell asleep on the actual horn.
Yeah.
Right.
And her big thing is that she once nailed a chimera or a chimera through the eye at like 100 or 1,000 paces is what the rules say.
Oh wow. Wow.
So she just like flung a javelin and got a chimera in the eye.
Yeah,
and that's where her name comes from.
I think that's all we need.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She does cool stuff.
What about the guy who was going to make the armor? Did we go see him yet?
It's happened.
Okay.
Salim has his cool like shoulder.
Oh yeah, I got the bear skull attached to my shoulder, and I have a hook horror scimitar now, and I'm really bad at swinging it. In a dream, I haven't swung it in real life. We'll see.
And you have one as well, Ren.
Yours isn't magical though.
Yeah, you have a giant hook horror hand for a sword.
There's
So,
food and stuff
like-
here, right?
Yeah, then food can be had.
Yeah. I think Ren's just sitting and listening because she wasn't there, so she's just kind of she's molded her hand into a fork, and she's just.
You're getting much better at that.
I remember that bad habit I have of scraping my teeth on utensils.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how I learned not to, because that hurts.
Turning a negative into a positive. Good try.
Trying. I'm learning from the best.
It does make all your food taste like mud though.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
You get used to it after a while.
Okay.
As long as you don't actually scrape it. It's fine.
You just put hot sauce on it. It solves all your problems.
Like in real life. That's what she does.
Yep.
So Torg is like, so the Speaker of Earth is dead.
Yes. Yeah, very dead. I think Asim might agree with me, but I think that the temple falling and the death of Yosef are tied together. You see, we were talking about it afterwards. I think, yes, for sure, definitely talking about it afterwards. The temple, the earth crumbled from beneath it, and in the dream, Yosef's hut was full of water, seawater. So I feel like
it was like
means something.
bursting.
Yes.
Helena looks down to Asim and she just kind of like whispers like, you mentioned something about a crystal.
Oh yeah, it was floating on his head. And who has that?
Floating on whose head?
You were there for that part.
Yeah.
It's just floating. We popped
Inside
out.
of,
Oh,
What?
I wasn't paying
I
attention.
think I have it. I'm not sure. I think I picked it up.
I'm pretty sure Cardis has it.
Yeah.
Because you're the one that made
cards.
the saving throw.
Put it in a box or something like that.
To catch it.
I write it then.
We spooned it out
Did
of
you
his
put it in
head.
that box, the other box you got? Didn't you get something that you stare into?
No, it's an eye affixed to the top of her head like Sauron.
That was it. Yep.
Yeah, I've got my Sauron eye. I didn't write it on.
Did we make that
I meant the
canon?
box though.
Yeah. Yeah, she has like a sash that she wrapped around and just has it stuck in the middle of her horns.
I thought that was
Ren?
a joke.
Ren does this every once in a while to see if she can get it to follow her. So you'll just see her swaying in her seat, trying to get it to like.
But it's like Mona Lisa, so no matter where you go, it looks like it's looking
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah.
You're like, good shit.
No, I wasn't kidding. I thought it was funny. I
Okay.
think she'd think it was funny.
All right.
Drop a piece of food on the ground
I
and
just
go to
remember
eat
that
it.
for future interactions.
Okay, but Curtis has been kind of sort of not run out of, but sort of quietly ushered away from previous,
Right.
places before. And there are reasons for that. She's a little unsettling sometimes.
Helena kind of looks to Cardis and just like, do you mind if I see it?
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
So you hand it over to her?
Mhm.
Something happens.
Ah, I thought she meant the eye. I was like, you can see it.
No, the crystal.
You can see it right there.
It can see you too.
Like, do you give it to her to see?
Yeah.
Okay. Something happens. I'm pretty sure she slams it into her forehead.
What?
The crystal?
Yeah. I have to double check that because I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Stop touching things.
This is how it happens. It's sort of a look at it, huh? Boop. And then her eyes like glaze over a little bit, and
Like-
then she
Oh,
gets
that's
like a
right. 'Cause
chill.
because you told me I had a vague
Yeah.
thought of doing that, but
I think Mike, am gonna take away touching privileges from both Ginge and Madfish. Every time you touch a magic item, you get cursed, or someone else gets cursed immediately afterwards.
To be fair, Salim and I were arguing over who was going to be cursed.
That's
It's
true.
a gift.
There you go.
Fork.
I was unaware
Ask
of
the
that.
fork.
I was unaware of that part.
She kind of like has a shiver go down her spine, and she's like, "Whoa, why did I do that?"
I don't know.
And then she kind of like backs up, and as she does that, all the cups that you guys are drinking from knock over, and all the water starts spilling out.
This is not a good sign, no?
Ooh.
Maybe.
I'm gonna stand from the table and just watch her.
She's like, oh, no, I'm sorry. And then she starts like moving her hands in such a way that all the cups refill back up and tip back over. That's kind of cool.
Have you ever been able to do that before?
No.
I bet she's a witch. You hear from Red in the back. It's just either.
We can see you.
Yeah.
Ren, we're the only ones in the room.
Yeah. Helena, you guys do know to be a speaker. She's actually like a level 3 cleric.
So,
Are you all right? How do you feel?
Cold. Ooh, this thing's real cold.
Can I look at her forehead?
It's just sort of nestled in there.
Can I poke it?
I don't think she'd let you.
Should we be spooning this one out too, or are we just going to let this... This is not good, right?
This is definitely not good.
Do you have a spell to rid yourself of
is there some kind of affliction affecting the town? Where only the women of the village touch items and curse themselves. This was the whole reason we went to go see Yosef.
More importantly, what made you do that?
I don't know. I know. Is your hand the same thing?
Huh?
No.
You've
No.
been eating with your weird fork hand. She just points at your hand.
Funny. It was in my pocket, and it was feeling a lot of judgment from you right now. And she looks over as looks like a disapproving dad. And she just turns so that she doesn't have to see him. She what?
It's like his knee just goes.
Thank you. That's much better.
This is a blessing after all.
Salim and I were talking about this last night, and a parent, Salim, you would know better with the hand. I don't remember much of it. I just woke up and it was a little dirtier in our room.
Whatever these items are, they are compelling people to use them, to absorb them, to become one with them. This is going to be an issue if the same thing that befell Yosef is going to befell you as well. We need to look into potentially removing this or understanding exactly what the capabilities of this gym are. And if he approaches it, like just kind of like hovers his hand near it, does she like...
Yeah, she doesn't like the idea of you getting that close to her.
Okay, well, you have a gem in your forehead that you shoved in there, so we're gonna have to use some cooperative teamwork here to figure this one out.
We mean you no harm. We don't want to do anything to hurt you or take away anything from you.
It sounds like we need more information.
What if I mush my hand gently against your gem and see if something happens?
That sounds bad.
Okay.
See, we went to Yosef to find more information on her cursed hand and her cursed eyeball. And then Yosef was dead, and now you have a cursed gem. So, who's next on the list of people we talk to?
Don't think it's cursed, but...
It's in your head. You took it and jammed it in your head.
You're right?
Yeah, we saw it.
I could... And then at that point, she just kind of like trails off, and Asim pipes up. He's just like, well, you guys are from Hoxa Yord, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a whole town of witches. They might, if it's something magical, they would know about it.
Are you suggesting we return there?
They might.
At the same time, you hear Torg kind of go, you'd be better off talking to the not elves.
The
There's no elves
Maritane?
here. No. To the Zahir to the north.
What?
Ren hisses at him and then remembers where she is and stops herself.
I'm sensing a lack of desire to return and a hatred for the Zahir.
2 hatreds.
You guys also mentioned that this is a C-man. You guys also mentioned that there's dream stuff involved?
Yeah, no, I
Yes.
did say that. Yeah, we killed Yosef in our dream.
Apparently.
The gem, when we see him in the dream, there are the pillars of light and dark, and he had the gem. It seemed like maybe I am a teller of stories, and when you give me such a mystery, I make a story.
You know who might know about that? Or,
No.
you guys know Talk in Town, right?
Do we know Talkin' Town?
You would know about Talk. Talk is a Drummond who cannot talk.
Right.
He just sits in the town square, and if you bring him cool stuff, he'll tell you about them.
Oh, doesn't he like literally live in like the upside down?
No, that Drommonts come from the underside.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're currently here.
Talk, that fellow with the antenna and the several extra appendages. I mean, as far as we're concerned, at least.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Huh, yes, I've seen him.
I'm not sure how much help he would be because, he doesn't talk. I think his name's Ironic.
No, his
Anyway.
his name's Tom.
Did you guys name him that, or did he say that was his name? Well, I guess he would say that.
No,
He came from a colony up north. The Dromont had, they came out and they built a small village up there. We've told our hunters not to go there because they are probably also hunting. But they might know more if you can get up there and talk to them.
Don't they also not talk?
Kind of? I've never really talked to a Droman.
Yeah, Talk's been here for a while, and I still can't understand what he's saying.
Well, it's because he speaks Dromat and he doesn't have lips.
I know, and he just does an interpretive dance, and I don't understand it.
Well, it's because you don't understand dance. Have you ever danced in a day of your life?
No.
Perhaps I could try?
Should I bring the drums, Cardis?
Bring the drums.
We could try, and then if there's anything we could do that, then we can maybe go up there, or wherever you think we should all be for.
Out of character for a second. Basically, there's 3 options of where you guys could go to start to look for more information. You guys could go to Hoxayord, which is the witch town. It's on the isle sort of next to you. You could head north to Pilgrim's End, which is where the Dromont are. Or you could head over to the Alumu Alarie, which is a big tree where the Zahir are.
I don't speak dance. Is there a reason you didn't want to go to the Zahir? Or back to Hoxayord? You both seemed like you didn't want to go to either of those places.
You would have to give us a pretty damn good reason for either of us to return to a place of subjugation.
I should mention, the Zahir are not the... Am I using the wrong one? Sometimes I get my own stuff mixed up in my head because I don't use it enough in real life.
You want the thinking horns?
I would love some thinking horns. Children of the North. Yeah, because the Safar come in the Rafei, which are the upper class scientists who are birthed out of ships. And then there's the Zahir, which are they were like the lower class, subjugated, and when they were given a chance, they all left the ships to build their own communities. Typically, they aren't the ones who would enslave Mauritania. So you're sort of on like the same plane as them. If that makes any sense. There's no bad blood there.
Unless it's personal.
We're gonna make it
Personal. You're gonna make it personal?
This time it's I think Ren, as soon as you say that, she's just like, no, it was the rude scoff after mentioning a place that I've been for most of my life.
Yeah. You didn't want to go back to Hoxayord.
Are you that dense? Is he that dense, Salim?
He's that dense, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I don't
Can you do
understand.
the splashing water trick again, please?
I have no problem going there because there's nothing wrong with witches.
Oh, you made a noise when he said
Yeah,
Hoxayord.
Yeah,
She
because
made a
he made a noise. I made a noise at him making a noise.
Torg made a noise.
He went.
Oh.
He goes, witches.
Oh,
You'd be better off. That's how he said it.
Oh, I thought you made a noise like going back.
She's the 5 foot tall, and you've got your hand on her head, and she's like on the scooting on the floor, trying to make her way over to your dad. That was his dad that said that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It runs in the family, Salim.
I don't see why we shouldn't go to Hoxayord then. We can go ask questions about these items. Ren, you can see your family and friends, and we can check on my brother.
He hasn't been sent there yet.
Where the hell is he? It's been like 6 days. What's he doing?
At that. Oh, sorry.
I was like, I think Esther would actually pipe up and be like, no one's willing to get on a boat to get over there.
Oh.
Because the sea is cursed.
Do you have a boat that can be captained by 4 people?
I don't. You might talk to some of the fishermen, though.
I mean, if we have to go, we have to go.
But if the sea is cursed, could you bless our boat?
The lady will protect me. And probably you, I guess.
See, that's not enough reassurance to really get us across the ocean back to Hoxayord. You understand that, right?
You'd stay along the coast most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, the land will be in sight the whole time. When has the lady let you die before?
Fair point.
Thank you.
When he made the comment about see your family and friends, Ren looks at Salim, and you just see all the life drain from her face, and she just stares at you the rest of the time you guys are talking.
It'll be a happy trip for everyone.
Investigate?
I've never seen.
Just bite your tongue a bit about the whole thing, yeah? If we're going, we can go, but ease back, please.
Ren leaves the room, and as she leaves, you hear a thunderous clap outside, and then apologizing noises.
I'm sorry. Did she not want to go back? I asked if she wanted to go back, and she said there's no problem with witches.
I understand why people are sent there in the first place, right? Because of great tragedy that befalls them, because of the power they can't control. You do understand this, right?
Right, but then they learn how to control it and become a better person. No, that's.
So you think that undoes the tragedy they went through?
But why would it make that place a sad place? That should be a happy place where you learn.
The place they were sent because of their actions.
Right. I mean, I guess it's better than being dead or in prison.
Jesus, you are just like your father, aren't you? and he will walk away to go check on Ren, and just leave Cardis and Vestian to figure it out.
I think at that sort of same moment, Torg puts his hand on Vestian's shoulder and be like, keep an eye on him.
I don't understand.
You're not supposed to.
Bastian, I will try, but people are complicated.
The other option was being murdered, so I figured that would be much preferable, I guess.
But when you have a home and then it is taken from you, that is pain. This place, this is your home. If someone took it from you, would you not feel pain?
I would, yes.
And if they said, well, I live in your home now, but you, I give you a little shack over there on mountain. You're not dead, but you can live over there on the mountain in the shack.
I would be thankful for not being dead, but sad about not having a home. Neither seems applicable to Ren. She has a home and isn't dead. I don't understand.
Okay, but sometimes you don't need to understand, only to listen.
Well, I'll give that a shot. What can it hurt? All right, now I learn how to captain a boat, I guess. Do you know how to sail? I assume no. You're from a mountain.
Well, I came here on the ship.
Did you captain it?
No, but
All right. Well,
I had to sit on the deck most of the time because the underside was too small.
well,
So I watched them do the ship things.
we'll figure it out. We've always figured it out before. In the last 2 weeks.
But the lady, she's with us.
Yes, that's true. The lady is with us. I thought you were referring to an actual lady, not the god. I got confused. I was like, oh, what? Anyway, we should probably go check on them before, I don't know, they do something.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does anyone actually have water vehicle proficiency?
God, no.
But I do.
I think Ren would be well traveled. I don't think she'd be any type of like. She'd probably be the person who could run around the deck and pull all the things up and things like that. But she can't steer a ship.
I
So,
do
Had
have
to take so many boats going back and you know what I mean.
I do have jack of all trades.
So if you don't actually know how to pilot a ship,
Yeah.
in order to convince a fisherman whether or not you can, you're gonna have to lie to him.
What if I do like a persuasion while walking around the ship and naming the different types? Not she doesn't know how to use any of it.
It's still gonna be a deception.
Okay.
So and you guys can help, you can get help, but I'm only accepting one check on this.
I have a +3 as well, yeah. Go ahead, Cardis. Oh, +5. Can I assist while walking around and doing that?
Sure. That's a good way of
There's a dinghy, and then there's
it's a smaller like fishing vessel.
Mhm.
She's
okay.
in the boat with an oar. She's like, so you got your oars. There's more than one.
So you find like an old crusty Norman fisherman who is actually just willing to even hear you speak. Most of the other fishermen have been like, oh no, don't, I wouldn't let my boat go onto the sea right now, that sort of thing. But this guy's like, heard about you guys around town. You guys are strong, not afraid of anything. Not even a bear.
A bear. Absolutely nothing. What about you, good man? How are things going for you? Has town improved in the recent weeks with our assistance? Life is going normal, or?
He's currently sitting on the pier with like a fishing pole in the water, which there are obviously no fish.
It's going well? It seems like no. I'm gonna assume no.
Not.
So why do it? Just for a hobby, routine, your own peace of mind?
I know.
Now,
Speaking.
imagine if only like a little bit of the water was cursed. And if you were brave enough to take your boat out past the cursed water, you would get all the fish.
Nah,
All right?
not worth it. I
That's
ain't
fair.
touching that water.
That's fair.
But you, I trust you. You can take my boat.
That was relatively easy.
It was the simplest thing in the world. We didn't even ask.
Perfect.
No, you did ask. That was the deception part of
Yes.
this.
Great.
That already happened.
Good luck with the fishing. So what do we need to... 2 oars, I think Ren was saying. 2 of them.
2 oars are all we need.
It also has a very small sail on it.
Oh, perfect. And then we just hope for wind. Is that how that works?
Yeah,
I mean,
should be a good win today.
it'll be fine. Worst comes to worst, you can paddle. She looks at Bastian.
Yes, a strapping young lad like yourself could easily power us to Oxyord and back. No problem at all. We can just cheer you on along the way.
So,
You're right, I
in order
could.
for, I'm break the meta for a second, real quick again. In order for this to happen, though, you guys do each need you need to spend a total of 4. So you can each spend 1 reputation, or one person can put in all 4. Just
Salim's got 5 sitting around, so
Yeah,
Okay.
we can all spend 1. We should all have enough.
I think it says I have 10.
yeah,
'Cause I haven't
sounds about
spent
right.
anything yet.
Yeah.
I'll spend. How much do we need? 6?
4.
4.
4. I'll pay. I'll got it. It's fine.
Okay.
This will be my.
Rin puts her clay hand into the water and just makes it into a little motor.
And we do that.
No, you don't have enough the speed to do that.
Can I use what's it called? Prestidigitation to make it look like and sound like there's thunder behind me. And she's like, and I'm gonna man this ship. She's like standing on the front.
Oh, that's strange. Yeah. So you guys have a boat. You guys can take the boat. You guys can go to Oxyord.
Well, that's great.
Be like, I'm gonna draw on the map your guys' path because you're gonna stay real close to the beach. Just sort of like that.
Just to be clear, it would take way too long to just walk there, right?
Well, one, there's water in between you and Oxyord. It's on another island.
Oh, I thought that was
We're
that
not
little,
taking a land boat.
I thought that was that little desert part. I didn't see the little tail that was pointing to the island.
God, this
I
is
thought it
taking
was-
forever.
I
Why
thought it
don't we
was
just
out.
walk?
Vestia's just pulling our boat with us in it, and we're just like out like umbrellas.
And if you were going to try to walk, you would have to go through the Bruton Car, which is a real nasty swamp. Which is where the secret path that I told Salim is. You have to go through that swamp. It's gross. Nobody likes swamps.
It's also very dangerous, apparently.
Well,
So-
just the swamp is very dangerous. There's bad stuff that live in there, including one of the random encounters you are going to miss, which is a crocodile drake.
Celine, we'll come back on our way back.
Oh, no doubt.
Me. Okay, one sec.
Okay,
As soon as it was muted, it stopped.
so we're gonna get in the boat and wing it.
You've been in
Yes.
a boat before, certainly.
You you pray to the lady, I will pray to the maiden, and I will sing to the sea to please it.
Salim, you have a very incredulous face right now. Do you see what I'm wearing?
Sure.
If I fall off the boat, I just sink right to the bottom.
It just
Learn how to
sounds-
swim better then.
Yeah, it sounds like an excuse to me.
Why would I be in a boat? I'm a hunter, not a
Are
fisher.
you afraid of being on open water?
No, I'm a hunter.
You seem terrified.
Are you unaware of how much he weighs?
That's
In
what
that
I said.
outfit?
No,
Thank
no.
you.
Take the armor off while we're in the boat. Are there pirates here? What is there an equivalent of pirates?
We don't know. But
This place is.
Sorry, that was a meta question. Do we have
No.
any awareness of like? Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
There's literally no one on the sea. Like there's one merchant ship that comes into town. All the fishermen boats. That ship is currently grounded. So are all the fishing boats. Like you guys had to pull this boat out of the dry dock and put it in the water.
Maybe he's scared he's gonna get cursed. And she wiggles her weird mud hands.
that is why I say we go with prayers and maybe a song.
I feel like. Wait a minute. Everyone's afraid of being cursed. That's why no one's left. That's why there's no food. That's the whole reason you're here. It's because you can't go anywhere else or back home because no one will take you on the water. That's literally the whole point of us going hunting. Is because the food isn't coming in except anywhere but where we go hunting. Did you miss this? Did you just stumble into Hostad and just happen upon a job? How did you get here?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the waves. Did you say something?
I swear to the gods.
They technically arrived like 3 days before the thing happened.
But they were here when it happened and watched everyone
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna row and hope for the best.
Good.
You actually don't need to. There's
No,
actually
he's just doing it. He's doing it to just. Then anytime someone tries to talk, he's oh, so much work.
We found a use for him, Celine.
God, it took us weeks, but we finally got there, huh?
Seriously.
At least come out.
I mean, we're killing bears. He gets to row. I mean, at least he like feels better. Now
I'll
he's
be sure to heal him if he gets a splinter or something. I'm pretty used to it.
We'll leave you the next time we fight hook horrors. I'm just gonna leave you in the cave.
those scantily clad
What?
hook horrors.
No, they don't wear clothes at all. They're giant
I'm-
monsters.
Oh.
I have been ignoring all of them, and I'm just trying to figure out how to make the ship go as best as I can.
I just imagine
Is there-
because you're like 8 feet tall. I just imagine with a giant bellows, just you're on the
I should mention this is a 6-hour boat ride.
Perfect.
Is there anything I would know to tell them about where we're going? Like things not to mention or things that they like customs they need to follow or like
So
you know, watch out for this.
the interesting thing about Hoxyord is it's actually owned and operated by the Western Kingdoms. It's actually like their sovereignty is to a completely different land. They bring their witches to this island. Very
And dump
far.
us there. Got it.
You're Norman, so you actually came from Norsate. So they just it's sort of like a nice like, oh, you're here anyway. Let's just throw you across the water and you're on the island now.
It's
You don't have
just
to-
Australia. It's fine. It's just a
Australia somewhere else.
Salim and I
a
are just
little-
gonna take over this world. That's
it's a
it.
little penal colony. You'll be fine.
Taking it back.
Also, did we bring my brother? Because I would have done. I would have.
Please God, not that guy.
You want to bring him
Someone's
along?
gonna bring him there, right? He's gotta go.
Yeah.
To Hoxley Ord. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't throw a temper tantrum. And if he
He's,
does, I'm just gonna hit him with the ore.
He's very quiet.
Good.
Like, he's kind of been resigned to his fate in this situation, and he looks tired, right? Like, because he's
That I
hasn't
kick his
been
ass.
sleeping.
And I kick
Can
his ass.
Can I try to console him by offering kind words about my stay there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna make you make a check for that. You guys have plenty of time, unless you want to make a check for that. You want to roll some dice real quick, which would be persuasion, I imagine.
Sure.
I just see Red. This is the song that doesn't end.
Oh no!
No, she would be like, hey man, it's not so bad. You get cool powers. You make a lot of friends. It's a whole new adventure from where you've been. And you get to bring your brother.
He doesn't say anything back, but you almost see a smile kind of like etch on his face. Like, maybe this isn't going to be as bad as previously thought.
Thanks, Red. I was going here anyway, but bringing him along does kill two birds with one stone.
You stop talking about killing things.
What? It's a common phrase.
Can't even kill a bear.
You goody.
To be fair, neither did either of you, from what I understand.
From what you understand, huh?
Yeah. You said that
Someone
Cardis
like-
shouted it to death. She yelled
Yeah.
at it until it died.
Have you ever seen a performance? The people that go on first, and they're like, ooh, they got cool drums, then they get a guitar, and then the lead singer comes out and kills it. She came out and
She
finished the
killed it.
performance. She killed it.
Oh, yeah. Look, watch out. A water centipede.
Actually, at that moment, you do hear
She hisses at you.
Henrig, your brother, go kind of like his head perks up, and he's like, "Do you guys hear that?"
No, I was just kidding. There's no such thing as a...
Something in the distance breaks the gentle lapping of the waves against the boat's hull.
No, it doesn't.
The sound
Ethan.
is like a song or a hymn.
No, it doesn't either.
Those words are full of hate and pain.
No, they're not.
Would I know anything
Cardis.
about this?
The waves begin to become more turbulent. Clouds begin to quickly fill the skies around you, and rain quickly begins to fall.
What do I recognize this? A song or a story that I would know?
No.
Okay. It's strange to me.
Do I?
We are entering a skill challenge, by the way.
Well, shit.
All right.
So we got some sailing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the goals of the first skill challenge, or the first round of the skill challenge, are sailing. You just need to sail well.
Mhm.
Things haven't gotten so bad yet. So do you guys remember how skill challenges work?
Yes. You need a number of successes versus a number of failures.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
So
I'm a quick learner.
I mean, you're gonna roll skills based and give me like narrative on why you rolled it.
Okay.
I don't. So, but we do need to roll for initiative.
Just need to check something.
I didn't click my thing first.
Me either.
Sorry.
It's fine. I can add you guys.
I know, but it's still annoying. Sorry.
Add turn. I'm gonna make you change your own numbers though.
Oh.
Where are we? There we are.
Yeah, you guys should be the bottom left bit of this. Yeah, so skill challenges are very, very open. They encourage you to be creative in your use of your skill proficiencies. So, like I said, the goal here is to sail. You could do that in any number of ways. Like you could say, I use my athletics to pull at the ropes to make sure that the sail gets us in the right direction, right? Like you can pretty much come with anything as long as it's logical. I should also mention where you guys are on the map is pretty much at that gulf between the two islands. Like you're kind of in between the two islands at this point.
Okay.
That's how far along we've come.
I think Salim's first.
I believe you are correct.
Okay. Can Salim, seeing that we're in, you said that like the tide's getting a little bit more turbulent, like the waves are increasing, that kind of thing. Having taken this ride before and having kind of been raised as an outdoor servant, Salim kind of used to seeing some natural occurrences in water and stuff. Could he kind of like analyze like how the waves are crashing and maybe like call out to Vestian or someone else to kind of guide the boat and hopefully go along with these waves by using like a nature check to kind of understand how they're rolling?
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So he will try to call to Vestian to help steer the boat in a way that won't make them crash. We're at 14.
That's a success.
Hey, nice.
And how I kind of rule them as well is once you've used a skill, you cannot use that skill again for the rest of the skill challenge. If you fail, nobody can use it for the rest of the skill challenge.
Got
it. Just as a note.
Do you rule that you need to be proficient in skills you use for skill challenges? Okay, cool. Just checking.
No, you're just more likely to fail, right? Training is just, at this level, it's just a 10% boost, whether or not you know how to do it. So you're kind of like navigating the water patterns. You do notice something strange about them in that they seem to be radiating from a central source. Ren.
Shit. I think she would just she would be trying to like make sure everything is still like okay with the boat, or like maybe scooping water out of it.
What skill do you think that would be?
Well, I think she's just kind of panicking, but can I roll anything to figure out what's going on?
Like you're trying to interpret the hymns or look at the storm? What are you looking for?
Looking more at the storm to see, because she would know if it's more something that was created rather than natural.
How does that help you sail?
Because if she can stop whatever magic is being used doing it, then...
Okay, so you're trying to think of like a counter spell you could do. Go and give me an Arcana then. You realize that there is magic happening, and you might be able to drown out some of it to keep the boat a little more stable and keep the wind in your favor.
Okay.
That's another success. Artis.
I think she is going to face the area that that we're trying to get to, and pull out her big ass drum and do like a sort of sea. Not the word. I'm not a sea. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like a rowing song, like where they're like something rhythmic.
Okay.
To move to, and she will sing about the ocean, about the sea, about of course, about our badassness, and how our badassness is precisely what is going to carry us to our destination. We will not be denied. And that will be my performance, or I guess I will just play drum, same button. Yes! Play it.
Super muted.
Your drum beat, that's 2 successes, by the way. Your drum beat is not only like giving you guys a good rhythm as you guys go along in the the storm, it actually seems to be affecting the rain around you and kind of like making that pulse as well. And it makes the wind blow in a certain direction. And you guys are actually like doing real good on keeping on track here.
I'm like pointing at our goal, and I'm staying focused on that.
Vestian.
Cool. Vestian is going to... so Salim has kind of helped him spot the waves and that manner of thing. Can I use survival to weave in and out of these waves? Or would that be athletics?
That would be in athletics, because you're physically trying to move the boat.
All right. Well then, here we go. Nope.
You're not sure if it's because Salim is... Like, Salim, your directions are good. The problem is you're in a boat, and it's hard to precisely maneuver yourself through the waves in such a way that is productive, if that makes sense. So as you're trying to, you're working through the rain, and it's starting to rain harder. You see Vestian trying to do this, but honestly, him by himself is probably not enough. Because at this point, you have one person rowing and 3 people telling him what to do. And Celine, the next time you look over the edge to sort of calculate where the next waves are, you notice that shadows grow beneath and above you as your troubles turn from rain to storm. The distant singing becomes more violent, more devilish as large, rusty barb hooks latch onto the sides of the ship, attempting to drag it into the sea. So, just below the waters can be seen visions of nearly fish-like people peering back at you with void-like eyes. It's not until one reaches up to grab you that you know that these things are neither man nor fish, and they have no intent on you surviving your foolish travel. This block text is very judgy. So we're entering the next phase of the skill challenge, the next round. You now have a new threat. Obviously, you need to fight back against these fish things, which if you want to know what they're named, it's the Dupa. DJUPA.
Well, fuck.
DJU. Okay.
Well, fuck.
Can we use spells and stuff during this, or is it still limited only to skills?
So how I flavor it is if you use a spell, that's like a skill.
Okay.
If it applies in the situation. If you're expending a spell slot to do it, depending on the spell, I might give you advantage.
Okay. Well, if these Yupa are under the water trying to drag us down, and I can see them, I would of course call out to folks and let them know there's something beneath the waves. They're trying to drag us beneath the water. Is there any way I could launch a witch bolt at these things and try to mix a little lightning with water and try to kind of stun them, shock them into letting go of their hooks?
So how I would flavor this is you're trying to expand the breadth of your lightning powers in order to affect all of them into the water. So go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
And did you expend a spell slot?
Yes, because I want to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you get advantage for that.
All right, cool. That's a 15.
Yeah. You notice, like, you got, like, there were guys coming over with the hooks crawling at you, like, because there's one coming at you in the description, right? And you zap it, and its body's still half in water, and you use that to, like, pulse it out, and it clears this half of the boat of the fish people.
Good deal.
That's a success. Moving on to
All right.
Ren.
Ready to ruin this success train.
Yeah.
Wait,
I approve.
no. I think Ren is still kind of looking at this storm, trying to gauge, who's doing this or what type of a person, or how powerful they are based on how big the storm is, or whatever it is. I think she's just looking back to the group as Salim's yelling about the shadows, and she yells to him, like, don't worry about them, look. And she points over to the general direction of where she's seeing, the storm kind of originating. She didn't know how far off, right?
No.
You can't see like a touchdown point or anything like that above the person. It's just sky.
It's not like coming out of somebody.
Yeah.
The storm just started happening. You can kind of hear direction of the singing, though.
Okay. She's going to kind of like a warning shot to whoever is doing this if she thinks it's like a witch because of where we're going. Maybe that's just what she thinks.
If you look at the map, you see Hoxayord is to the east. It's coming from like down here.
Oh, okay.
In the middle of the ocean.
Man, why are we so far from this place? we're immediately getting wrecked. I think she's going to just turn to the group and just be like it's coming from that general direction, the singing. And she's like, maybe if you do that, Cardis, I could drown out a little bit of it. And she casts Witch Bolt just in the direction as far as she can reach, in that direction, as like a threatening,
Give me an intimidate. Your crack of lightning kind of like rips the song in half for a few moments, and you see that the like patches of clouds start to like deteriorate before the song is picked back up. But it seems that it's been broken in some way physically.
She'll point it out to the rest of the group and just, maybe if we could get something strong enough to overpower the song. And she's just like trying to calculate wind. She's like,
moving on down. Cardis.
Okay, well, I am gonna keep up with my drum and everything, and she's going to use thaumaturgy to enhance her voice and make it boom.
Okay.
And
don't get advantage for cantrips. It's just part of flavor, pretty much.
Yeah, because any other spell I have, thunder. Would take the boat apart. So I'm gonna try and really project and really get in there with the drum.
Give me another intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yeah. You were trying to intimidate the storm.
16?
16's a success.
I'm scary, Bard. I'm yelling at the ocean.
Before, when your drumming was kind of like disrupting the rain, now it's doing like whole pulses where like the rain stops.
I am loving you. I feel very, very badass. And she would be saying things like that, we are conquering. We have nothing will stop us in our mission. This is our holy quest. No one will defy us. That sort of thing.
Okay.
That's you.
I am going to hopefully use survival to predict, based on my knowledge of nature and survival things, the direction of the wind to best catch a gust to force the boat forward. I've given up on these oars. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Roll me a survival.
Fuck you. I have a +7. I rolled an actual 2.
Better than a 1. A 1 is 2 failures.
If you put those oars down, get back to work.
The oars were worse.
All right. You're sitting there, you're trying to catch the best wind, but it just is so kind of chaotic between like the wind's basically turning on and off with sort of the breaking of the storm. But after another like hectic like 10 minutes of trying to sail, you guys can see the dock to Hoxayord. There's like this big dock, and the storm around you breaks. The hooks have not left. You have to like take those off, but there are no fish people currently trying to climb them. And your boat didn't get torn apart in the storm. You guys succeeded the skill challenge.
Look at that.
Yay! Yeah, we did.
Ren is angrily shaking her fist in the general direction of the singing.
Yeah, you don't see or hear any singing anymore.
Does anyone know what the hell that was?
No, I've never heard of such a thing. I must look into this.
Did anyone know the words that were being uttered? The language that was singing that song?
Oh.
I couldn't make it out. Only that it was sad. What feelings?
Vestian kind of like nudges aggressively his brother. Is like, you didn't want to pitch in. You just wanted to sit in the boat the whole time? That's fine.
He was actually helping you oar.
Oh, sure he was.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why it was so bad.
maybe.
One of us going the other way. It's like opposite directions.
No, Vestian, stop! Vestian, stop!
I already beat you once.
Vestian, stop!
I will push you in. Oh man! So do we actually make it to Hoxayord?
You sure do. Hoxayord is a restricted place, but not immune to the needs of its wards. The dockhouses serve as a place for the residents of the isle to make trade with passing ships for essential items and rare reagents. However, this place has seen better days. The buildings look damaged as red clay tiled roofs cave in and white walls lay scattered on dark cobblestone. Debris collects on the dark sands at the base of the islet, and the bridges connecting them look near to falling into the sea. Before too much investigation can happen, a patrol of armored knights appears on the far side of the bridge, a red-cloaked figure in their midst. I'm gonna you over here. I'm gonna double check the guide real quick to see how many people are supposed to be here.
Oh, it's
Cool,
very
cool.
oh, this is just like a dock. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a very tiny island.
Yeah, this is just the you see like it connects to landmass ahead.
I did
It's
see that.
it's so big boats can come in here that like it's the water here is much deeper.
It's a
Makes
really
sense.
cool tile map for diplomacy.
I mean, right?
Like,
Is this diplomacy? No.
I spent 90 minutes making a map. We're fighting somebody.
All right. There you are.
Is there a custom here for greeting people or?
Would Ren know that?
Yeah, even out of character follow-up, would Ren or Salim know this red-cloaked figure? Is that a keeper? Is that someone of the witches? Is that...
So you're pretty sure that the armored people are keepers, and the red cloaked figure is probably some sort of witch, which seems unusual.
Why?
Because normally witches don't come out here to greet people, unless it's names. Let me double check a name real quick. I believe it's Zahia.
Do I like hail? Do you take over? Is there like a hierarchy? Salim, are you like important here?
Bastian?
Zahia.
Yeah.
Bastian, put your hands down and she just kind of nudges Salim to walk in front of her.
And yeah, sure. Salim will take the lead here, assuming that those are keepers.
Mhm.
He'll call out, "Hail! It's I, Salim, one of the keepers. And I'm here with a new ward for Oxyord, a new witch initiate. And returning with Ren, of course. And two of our friends, since from, Norstad? Is that the name of? Hostad, that's it.
I should mention, you guys are shouting at about like 110 feet. You guys are still, like, unless you've moved up.
That's a good distance to shout from.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were talking while we were.
Okay, so you guys move up to where you think you'd be when you're doing this conversation.
Ren's right behind Salim, wherever he is.
Sure, and there's still a little bit of distance there. Like, Salim still is shouting.
There's also a big building here.
We probably would have rounded the corner, been like here, no?
Well,
Okay, yeah,
Here.
that's an option. Yeah.
Salim's like this close to the guy's face.
hello!
I'm Salim, what's up?
I came with Ren!
Yeah, I'm hanging out in the back because I don't know anything about anything.
They don't do or say anything. They just kind of continue to stand there. You can't see into their helmets, and you can't like see much under the hood of the witch.
Awfully quiet for an introduction. May I ask who we are speaking with?
Nothing. They
So,
just seem to be guarding the bridge.
This.
Ren's gonna start walking by. She's gonna push past Salim, like just kind of squeeze by him and just start to make her way through. Is there enough room to get between them?
There was up until Keeper 4 like grabs you by the shoulder and pushes you back.
Salim will catch you.
Her eyes start to go white a little bit, and you see her hand shaking like it was when we were with Vestian and his dad.
You see Keepers draw their swords.
Excuse me. This is a diplomatic mission from Hostad. Who am I speaking with?
I would like at that moment for Vestian to make, I believe, a strength saving throw.
Sure. A 10.
A 10. The wall behind you crashes open, force comes through the wall and hits you across the back of the head. You're gonna take a thunder wave.
Oh.
Cool.
Cool.
So you're gonna take 8 damage
Okay. All right.
as you see a witch behind you, and that wall part there is no longer there.
Got it. Okay, cool.
And we're gonna roll for initiative.
Cool.
Just clear that up.
And Ren doesn't recognize these people. Not the guards, the witches.
How well acquainted were you with people?
Get fucked.
I mean, if it's someone who runs the place or any type of authority figure, she would probably know who they are.
These are not authority figures.
Okay.
I clicked on myself. It didn't work. Why am I not in the thing?
I know.
Well, I rolled a 20.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
I rolled a net 20. Yeah, I think... Oh, there. I'm way down there. Oh, no, I'm not. 19.
I just put you there.
Yeah, I think the explosion happens, and then he, like, kind of recovers and looks up, and then glances back to Red and says, "Bad witch?"
Are we in initiative right now?
Yeah, we entered initiative.
Okay. The same one. Okay.
And I rolled a nat 20, so... he looks
Yeah,
through and
I
says,
think-
"Bad witch?"
You still see her hand shaking and sparks coming out. She's not speaking. She's just literally shaking.
Bad witch it is. Yeah, I think... the blown out wall, is it, like, super blown out? I assume...
Oh, you can walk through it. Yeah, because it was a thunder wave that came out.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think he walks right up to it.
Okay.
And I'm going to just reach out and grab this cloaked person, and I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on them.
Cool. Perfect.
So, a 19 to hit,
That's a hit.
and we're going to cast that at level 2. So, did they die? Or... Oh, no, so that added the crit in there. So it's 24 damage.
Double checking something. They don't have resistant, so you're good. Uh,
I just realized I never rolled initiative.
GG.
That's what I was asking. I was like, wait,
Oh.
there's no number on there. And I was like, you guys were like, yeah, I got 21. I was like, oh, okay. Just realized. Sorry.
yeah, you're gonna be right. You're gonna be next. So yeah, you reach out and touch this thing, and normally it like, it's necrotic damage, so it kind of like corrupts life from things.
Yeah, you can see like black tendrils kind of like crawl down. It's like his veins go black, like Bane, right? So his veins go black in his arm, and you just see that like pass through his fingertips, and you see his fingertips go black like an emo kid, and then it just passes through him and into that person, and you see their veins light up. That same kind of like it bulges and like black veins crawl through them.
That happens, and you see no sense of pain or shock come across them.
Okay. And it's still alive.
Yeah, and it's still standing.
That's an inconvenience.
It's very hurt. It just didn't seem surprised by it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's it for me. About to get fucked.
Ren.
Sorry, what I said was, oh boy.
Very relevant.
So I'm trying to see how many enemies this is. Sorry, it's one. Turns out it's one. So she saw this witch first, the witch one over here, and hasn't taken her eyes off of this hooded person.
Mm-hmm.
And with her shaking hand, just raises it, and it's, she's just standing there like that for a moment, and then the frost starts to creep off her hand. Don't know what that was.
It looks like a lot of our macros broke for some reason.
Press it again.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. If you just switch it to spell card and then back to attack, it usually
Click
works.
the gear next to your spell, and then like somewhere in the middle where it says spell casting, it says output. Click where it says attack and change it to spell card, and then change it back to attack.
What does that have to do with the fact that they changed what they look like recently?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
There you go.
Got it.
I mean, I nailed being able to roll.
And you're attacking which one?
The two, anything in my path, but she was going for the witch in the back.
Okay. As you see the hand like start to like, because it kind of like it's Ray Frost, so you like beam, and it does that thing where it kind of like wobbles for a second and then shifts over without having moved its feet, and it kind of like goes by its head.
Shit.
Cardus.
So many decisions.
It's a good fight. Lots of friends to fight.
Yeah. Vestian, you all right?
No, I'm fine.
Hey. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get in there.
It's no bear.
Yeah, I'll take out my rapier and my shield, and I will get in there.
Okay.
Sorry to get in front of you there, Steve.
No, no worries. It's a battle.
Battle.
Since I don't 100% know what's going on, I'm gonna go for some dual damage.
So how 5th edition works is when you bring something to 0 hit points, you get to choose whether or not you kill it or not.
Yeah, so but flavor wise, as in when I'm attacking with my rapier, I'm not like
Mm-hmm.
smacking them with the side of it or whatever.
Okay. That is a hit.
Ooh. Or 6.
6 pierce. All right.
And yeah, I believe that is everything at this point.
All right. Celine.
We didn't get any rest at all between
No.
any of this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As Cardis charges in front of Salim, he will kind of want to get in on this battle as well. So he is going to move over towards Ren, understanding she's in danger and wanting to protect her. But he's going to go a little bit further so he can see these guys better and just call out, as a fellow keeper, you must understand that I have to protect my witch, and I will not allow you to harm her. And he will cast an Eldritch Blast at Keeper 4.
I'm going to mention that there's a wall there, but you can easily like jump up on top of it and fire.
Okay.
Or just poke a hole through it. I don't really care. But that is technically like a brick wall. Let's say there's a hole.
How about there then?
I mean, that works too.
19.
That's a hit.
9 points of damage.
Wait, who you're hitting?
Keeper 4.
Okay, cool. Boop. All right. It kind of like stumbles backwards a little bit. Like it pushed Ren. Stuff went off. And now it's kind of stumbling back in sort of the same manner. Keeper 2. Well, these keepers got kind of clumped together. You guys rolled high. Keeper 2 is going to take his great sword and go for Cardis. Which is a hit for 7. And then like he like swings his sword and then in such a way that he can like butt you with the hilt of it. Which also hits, and you need to make me a DC saving throw. Or strength save. For 5. You're knocked prone. So.
Oh no, the biggest among us is down.
Yeah, so this guy, like, he swung his shield at you, like hit your, or swung his sword at you, hit your shield, kind of knocked you off balance, and then just swung, came with the hilt and just toppled you over. Well, which 2? Which is gonna witch? Which will it witch? I'm gonna use Shatter. Because I think you guys are all within range of that. Shatter 10 feet? 20 feet. 10 feet.
Shatter should be more than that, isn't it?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh.
So I'm going to pick the radius to be here. Yep, gonna hit all of you. Cool. Time for spells. Why did I close that character sheet?
Well.
Game. Yes, I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw. All right. Fish
Thanks.
and so Cardis and Ren fail. So you're gonna take full damage. Everyone else is gonna take half of 9.
Okay.
So, you inflicted wounds on this witch. It just kind of like took a step back, rose its hands in the air, and the air like started vibrating a little bit until it snapped, and there's just a pulse of energy that came out of it. It's then going to teleport here. It's not like a Banff teleport. It's like it does that like vibrating thing and then like moves over there.
This sassy bitch.
Yeah. Keeper 4 is gonna go for Ren because Ren's right there. So 18 for 10 slashing.
I think we all know that hits me.
And then a 19 for 8 or for 5.
That's me.
Yeah, those are both on you.
I feel like her hand was still shaking once the frost came off, and it's just 2 very quick And she just kind of like slouches to the ground.
Do your thing.
But not for long.
You have that thing.
Damage reduces you to 0 hit points. You can make a charisma saving throw.
That thing, yeah.
So that you got dropped to 0 already? Hot
Yeah.
damn.
Excuse
God
me.
damn.
There's one person by you, and she's running away. Sorry, poofing away.
I was just asking.
So yeah, your DC is 10
So it's a constant charisma. That's it.
charisma. All right, you're still standing
1 hit point.
at 1 hit point.
Golly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I was reading the rest of it.
Yeah.
But you sell your first child. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Not having one of those.
Which one is actually going to take a step back and yeah, this is gonna be a little awkward. And cast Enlarge Reduce on Keeper 4, which I think moves people around a little bit. Or no, they're just so now Keeper 4
Oh my
and
god.
Keeper 2 are now squeezing, which means
Keeper
you have
4, 8, Keeper 2.
Keeper 2 is still there.
You sure?
Yeah.
But also
He's
eight.
just under his legs, but they're
He's a
technically
big boy.
So yeah, Keeper 4 just like again, no sense of drama in these people in their movements. They just kind of attack or just kind of grow. And Keeper 4 is now large. And then Secret Keeper 3 comes busting out of this door and finds Vestian and is gonna hit him for damage and try to hilt him and miss. So kind of the surprise, like busts open the door, hits you with the greatsword. You did not see him, but by the time he goes for the hilt, you manage to block with your shield.
This is some bullshit. All right, 8 damage.
It's a lot of
This is some chicanery.
lots of chicanery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
You guys were not careful when you walked up there.
Oh, we thought they were friends.
I mean, you shouldn't.
It's a friendly island of friends.
I did mention something about friendship. That hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, you said we would be
Yeah.
making friends.
Soon.
I think
If you
you're
guys
a-
survive, you can make some
I
friends.
think
Is it
you're a
more
liar.
puppies?
I think you're a liar.
I-
Speaking of, what happened?
okay.
What happened with puppies?
Vestian.
All right. Well, shit. Okay. Man, we got a big boy over here, guys. Okay. Vestian looks back and be like, oh, there's more, and then he sees the giant one, and he just raises a hand out and then closes a fist, and in the air, which I need a token for somewhere, I'll just draw a doodle box.
We forgot to make that for you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Box.
Doodle box right over here. Boop. That's a yucky color. Let's change that to something fun like this. Boop. There we go. There's a scythe that's covered in snakes and appears out of the nowhere and bamps into existence, and is going to slash at the witch. Spiritual weapon. Ka-chow. I crit the witch.
Oh, cool. Roll damage.
9 damage.
9 damage to Zavich. All right.
That's that, and then I like that you drew the scythe. And then I am going to.
Look.
Man, I am going to. I really want to attack that other witch.
Do it.
Yeah, I think he has to. He understands enough about Ren and Salim's relationship that the switch needs to go down. So yeah,
Okay.
he's going to take the attack opportunity.
He
Just
misses.
glances off of his shield, and he's going to drive his axe into this witch, hopefully.
All right.
16?
That's a hit.
10 slashing damage.
You cut them in half.
Perfect. Yeah, he just kind of like.
I mentioned cut in half specifically,
say that.
like butter.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Like there's no bones.
Perfect. Gross. So he, I think he's in the heat of battle. He doesn't really notice. He just slices through and expects an unarmored witch to go down, and he just shouts like, "One down!" and turns around to face Keeper 3.
If you were watching it, it's currently writhing underneath the hood.
I don't think he is. I think he has too much shit going on for this right now.
Cool. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the visual.
Know.
Thank you. You're here for me. I get it. That's cool.
Ren, you're at.
Oh boy. Ren looks over her shoulder at Salim, and you see her raise her clay hand into a bigger middle finger than she can normally make. And you see her like a little smile as she turns back around and casts Witch Bolt at this goddamn witch who just dodges everything. She's a fucking ninja.
It's a hit. For
That's the noise that comes out.
Pew.
All right. Is that everything for you?
That's it. She lets out an annoying cackle when she hits her.
Curtis, I assume you stand up. Or do you fight from the ground?
No. That's not a good idea. Not at all. Damn it. I had my ass kicked
Yeah,
a little bit.
a little bit.
So I'm gonna heal myself.
Broken
It's gonna
macros.
be like that, is it?
Yeah, I think all of the macros are broked. Because they decided to change things.
Okay, there we go. Cast out level 1. Please roll good. 6. Meh.
Meh,
Meh.
meh.
Better than 0.
Yeah, but really nowhere near enough. And I will spend my does anybody, well, no, it'd be all worn off by now anyway. I will give my last bardic inspiration to Testy.
Hell yeah.
You should have those back.
Back?
Yeah,
Oh.
you guys, I'm going to say you have taken a long rest since the previous adventure, just not from the boat ride.
Not from the boat ride. Okay. All right. So that's my first bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And I will. Let me find an appropriate. I can find a good quote here real quick. Yeah. So, yes, we are immortal. We rise from the lath. We are eternal. And you can, I gotta find a better one, but
Fuck yeah.
there's inspiration.
I'm into it. I'm feeling inspired as hell to chop down this goddamn keeper. Sorry, Salim, I know you probably know him or something, but
My brother.
boy's gotta go. He stabbed me, so, I mean... it's gotta go
Go
down.
for it.
It's not my turn. Yeah, it's Salim's
Oh, it's Salim.
Yeah.
Ren feels Salim's hands on the back of her shoulders as he like leans in behind her, seeing that witch bolt connect, and he just like reassures her that like, you have her. Don't let go. Keep it up. And he will cure wounds at 2nd level on Ren. She will heal for 14. And he'll just lean over to Cardis. You too, Cardis. stand strong, and I'll burn 2 of my celestial healing die to give Curtis some health as well.
Is it one of those like massage pep talks when you're like boxing and your coach comes up behind you and is like, get back in there, you gotta on the towel.
I like that.
You gotta watch the southpaw, Ren. You gotta watch the left hook.
Didn't Salim just
ribs.
buy new armor?
Huh?
Didn't Salim just buy new armor like in the last episode? I like that you're standing there and you go, you totally have this. That's
She's scared of my
10-foot
armor, but I'll heal you.
I could not heal her.
You're
no.
totally fine. You got this. Don't worry about the 10-foot guy in plate
Listen.
armor with the giant sword.
At least he believes in me, all right?
I fully expect you to, like, you feel his hands and then you throw her out of the way. Instead, you're like, you got it.
No, she's got this. It's fine.
That's
All right.
that was hysterical.
Thank you,
Thanks, buddy.
Keeper 2 is technically still squeezing, so he's going to make this attack at disadvantage. The hilt still hits. So he swings. The greatsword just doesn't have enough, like, he can't move the greatsword enough to kind of get at you, Cardis, but he does manage to get the hilt at you.
All right.
So you're going to take 4 and make a saving throw. All right, you're good. Keeper 4 is also still squeezing, but has 10-foot reach now and realizes that Salim knows how to heal. And that's bad. But he's also going to teleport here. He does that same, so he's the size of an ogre, does that like shift side to side thing. You can hear the metal rattling in his armor, and then suddenly he's behind you, Salim. And he's going to hit you with a greatsword. Or miss.
He's gonna miss.
How about
Bear
the hilt?
skull.
The hilt gets you, though.
Bear skull.
You're going to take an additional. I think it's 1d4 from being enlarged, so you're going to take a total of 10. And you're knocked prone.
And not prone, yeah? Okay, cool. So 10 total?
Yep, 10 total. Which one? Which one's still alive? Look at that. Which one can do considerably less things now that you're sort of in the way? Which one is going to cast Magic Missile and hit all 3 of you with a missile?
I get nervous whenever I see the GM is typing.
All right, so Cardis, you're going to take 3. Ren, you're going to take 2. And Salim, you're going to take 5 from magic missile damage. It's literally just like normal, like just the witch kind of like waves their hands and 3 bolts of energy go and hit you. Actually wizards. Actual wizards. And then Keeper 3 is going to go fight Vestin because you just killed their friend.
Their friend was a chooch, so.
Missed with the greatsword because you got your shield up.
Yep.
But manages to hit you with the hilt.
That one does hit me.
All right, for 5.
5 bludgeoning damage, and I gotta make a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Strength saving throw.
You know, don't even worry about it because it's your turn next.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're just going to stand up and fight him.
Yeah. Man, I'm at a sticky predicament here. Everyone around me is dying.
Mm-hmm.
That's not great because I am also dying. Let me remind myself what this does. When you cast this, you can make the following changes. Nope, not that one. I have a cool thing. What's it called? Encourage the troops.
You also have your spiritual weapon up.
I do, yeah. That's going to attack for sure.
I can make it rotate. That's fun.
Yeah, I think that's an action. So I am just going to die. Yeah, so I'm going to attack with the spiritual weapon first.
Okay.
A 20 again.
Wow. Getting pretty lucky with those.
What is that? Numbers? 13. 13 damage.
Almost dead.
Perfect. And then I think I can move it as well. I can't control it though. Move it over towards Keeper 2. Like in between Keeper the Witch and Keeper 2. Please.
Okay.
Yes, and I pull out from my necklace off my armor the necklace, the thing that I've been using to consecrate people's deaths, and I kind of shout in the general direction of my allies, "The lady won't let us fall, not now!" And you guys get some encouragement. The troops, they are encouraged. You all get advantage on your next weapon or weapon attack. So ranged or melee, and if you succeed, you regain, I think, like 3 hit points.
You guys are at level 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that work if my attack automatically hits every round?
Doesn't count for you. It's a weapon only, not a spell.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit her again then.
Yep.
I'm like, shut up! I'm trying to aim.
Yeah, they do that thing where you like zap them and you can see all their bones and everything else goes dark and then they fall to ground.
And you see her kind of look down for a second, like she's not happy that she had to do that. That's all she's got.
I think it's at that point. Someone roll me a perception check. Actually, specifically Ren and Curtis.
Oh, yep.
That can't be great.
You guys would both see that an icicle hits the back of Keeper 2's head. But it just hits it right in the helmet.
And he dies.
And it just shatters. It misses.
And he dies.
Where did it come from?
Off screen.
Okay, so from
That way.
okay.
So Ren wouldn't see anything either. It's just too far away.
Yeah,
No.
no, I was just curious if it was like this way or this way, or it was like straight.
Mhm.
Straight back, like on the path. But you don't see them, you just saw the knife come by.
Okay.
Cardis.
I think my best bet at this point is to just keep stabbing. So oh wait, with the witch gone, does that not get rid of the spell? The enlarged reduce?
You're right.
Concentration? Yeah.
It would in fact be concentration. So I'm
yeah.
gonna say they shrunk this way.
Okay. So I will go for Keeper 2, I guess, because it's right there.
Unfortunately, it's a miss.
All right. And I will look to Salim and we will we will conquer the. I'll give you some bardic inspiration here. Why am I have all this great stuff and I just stare at it and I'm like, none of these are great. For some reason, it just, as soon as I go to look for one, I can't seem to find one that's just the right one.
Right.
Yes, but we will. Okay, here's a good one. And I believe that we'll conceive to make. This is super epic. To make in hell for us a heaven, a brave new world, a promised land, a fortitude of hearts and minds. Until I see this kingdom is mine, I'll turn the darkness into light. I'll guide the blind. my will be done until the day I see our kingdom has been won. There's your epic speech for the day.
That was sick.
Read it.
What was that for?
It's from a V&V Nation song, actually.
This is a Tuesday.
No, be inspired as fuck.
Yeah, who got inspired? Okay. Salim.
Turn the darkness into light, huh? Try my best here, Cardis. Before he does anything, he will point his hand towards Vestian, and I'm going to burn my last 2 healing dice to get him healed for 10 points, keep him up and running. And then he will go engage with Keeper 4 and do his best to cut this thing down before it can cut his friends down.
Fair enough.
This is at advantage because of Vestian's Rally the Troops.
Correct.
And if that doesn't hit, I will use the Bardic Inspo.
It is a hit.
Awesome. For 8 points of damage as the core scimitar goes into it, and I get 3 points from that, correct?
Hooray.
Hanging in there.
That's true, you do.
Look at that. Maths.
Yay, math. Gosh, there are still 3 keepers in front of you guys.
Oh, I regained 10 hit points, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
For now.
Good, I need all 10 of those
Yeah.
to not get killed by this keeper. Get
All right. So, Curtis, you're going to take another 5. It's not trying to knock you prone anymore. There's no reason for it to. There's no allies next to it. So, it's just hitting you. So, he just swings the great sword, doesn't do anything, just bashes you with it. Keeper 4 is going for Salim. Miss and hit. They're much better at hilts than they are with great swords.
Yeah, right? Thank God they do less damage.
Yeah. And then Keeper 3
Both misses.
whiffs completely.
Get wrecked.
So yeah, they're all, I'm gonna say almost like at this point they're almost swinging in like synchronicity because they all act on the same initiative, so they're actually all attacking at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's real creepy. Vestian.
Okay. Vestian. The Vestian is going to... Man, I don't know if I should do this or that.
Yes.
He is going to sidestep over here.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to look at the spell again. He is going to reach out and touch Faith and grab Salim. And Salim, you feel a warm course of energy rush through your body as I cast Shield of Faith on you. And you have a bonus of +2 AC.
By the way, that's a bonus action.
It is a bonus action, yes, for sure. That's why I did it. And then I'm going to smack this fucking guy.
Cool.
Keeper 3. 16?
Hit.
Get wrecked. You are a Valor Bard, right? Fuck yeah. I'm rolling a D6 on that damage.
All right.
/R1D6. I forgot that.
It's-
He takes a total of 4.
The other nice thing you can do with Valor Bard dice are add to your AC
That's true.
as a reaction.
So in case, Salim, you get killed. Don't do that.
What are you talking about, dude? I got 2 hit points.
Fine.
That's all
I
you need.
cherish both of them.
And +2 AC and a D6 to roll in case.
Ren. It is your turn.
She's not ready.
Oh, Vestian, you didn't... Oh, you used your bonus action. Never mind.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't...
Yeah. My bonus action to save Salim was slightly more important than...
Yeah, then spin to win.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how many more spell slots.
Probably not enough.
No, she's fine. She didn't go on the little adventure. She's going to cast Ray of Frost on this guy in front of her. Keeper number 2. Nope.
Nope. Moving on.
Yeah, no, that was it.
All right.
Nothing comes out. It's like Spider-Man when he loses. Exactly.
Curtis?
Damn it.
Oh, I forgot. I need to do another thing real quick because their initiative is 17. Someone's gonna bamf right here.
Okay.
Sort of above Keeper 2 with an icicle in their hand, and they're gonna use it. And still completely whiff. Isabel does not hit very often. In any of my playtests, Isabel always misses.
One day.
One day.
All right.
But
well,
you see
guys-
someone attack the Keeper.
but it appears to be on our anybody attacking the keeper is fine by me. I will also rapier. Come on. Yes.
That's a hit.
8.
You stab him.
I am hurt. I am going to use healing word on myself. My word is fuck.
I mean, it's a good healing word.
Are you sure it's not lawful T7?
7 little committibles repeating at tack.
Repeating, of course.
Yeah.
That's repeating.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Yeah. That's my turn.
All right. Salim.
Just going in with that scimitar one more time. For a 13.
That's a miss.
Okay. I'm going to save that inspiration just in case.
Good call.
Feel like I might.
So I'm going to make these attacks in order of Cardis, Salim, Vestian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it matters the order. These are all rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? I'm assuming you're going to use your
It's not gonna
inspiration.
It's not gonna matter for me. I don't. Yeah. I can't do anything with 25 against that great sword.
You're at the 22.
This card is Salim.
I would like to, if I can, on the first attack,
Mm-hmm.
cast shield,
Okay.
which would bring me,
Yeah, you blocked both of those attacks.
allow me to block both of those.
How did you learn shield?
You're
Oh,
muted,
wait.
Mike.
You're right. Why do I have shield?
Is this what I did in the beginning where I leveled my character up before I should have?
No! It gave me the spell shield instead of the item shield.
Oh, you dragged the wrong thing on.
Yeah, I've done that so many times.
It's just in my spells, so I thought about it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Nope. Eat it.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
So you don't have the spell shield.
However, you,
I did-
Salim, is a 22 and a 20, so you might be able to block one of them.
Yeah.
Plus
I
the
can
plus
block
2.
one.
Plus the plus 2 from my thing.
Yeah, so that puts you up to 21. So not quite.
Well, you don't get knocked prone, so
Hit me with one of those suckers.
16, 20. You're right. 21. Yeah, you're going unconscious.
Hit me, dude.
Oh, wait, no, I just need the attack. So 15.
Hell yeah.
Cardis, you're gonna take 13. Bestine, you take 10.
that's
13
fine.
is exactly the amount of hit points I had.
That's rough.
That is
All right. Sorry, guys.
We have a new campaign coming up next week.
Yeah.
I feel like Ren's like, ah! Ah! She just sees people falling around her. She's panicking.
Vestian.
Man. Oh, man. All right, let me remind myself how this works. Hold on one second. Scan the Fallen. You can do this thing as the changes from it's not a bonus action. Suck a dick. Okay, cool. I stand the Fallen. I stand the Fallen on Salim. Salim, you are back up with 1 hit point, and because Shield of Faith is a concentration spell, you're still shielded. And then I swing away with my goddamn slashing weapon, my spiritual weapon, on Keeper number 2.
Okay.
Nope.
That's a miss. Ren.
Guys, it's fine. I also have a spiritual weapon, but not really. It's a breath weapon.
You're going to breathe on it?
Reddit Keeper. She hisses at him after seeing her friends go down, and the hissing is what breathes out the weapon.
Takes
All
3
right.
damage.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Isabel's going to step next to Ren and cast Thunder Wave on him.
Oh.
But he doesn't get pushed, which is real unfortunate. I'm really trying to help you guys here, but... the mistake you made, if I might point this out, is that you all attack different people.
It's true.
To be fair, that one chick in the back came out of nowhere.
That's also true.
Yeah. Cardis gonna make a death save. You're up! You gained a hit point!
She heard me hiss.
Make an
awesome.
attack for me, please.
Oh, God damn.
That's fine. You have 1 hit point. You're alive. Can you do the same, Salim?
I'm up. Because Vestian hit me last time, so I am
Oh, that's
technically
right.
up already.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But, God. I'm too... Okay, man, I'm just going to keep raging.
Cool.
Let's hit this thing, hopefully. Hey, a 22
That's a hit.
for 4 points of damage.
All right.
And believe I'm out of every kind of heal I got. So
Yeah, juice.
that's it for me.
Eat those mushrooms. Let them guide you.
All right.
Yes, they will guide me. Guide me to enlightenment.
Do we have anything from the crowd before I do this? No. All right.
Nope.
Rolling them.
Wait, what?
Just from chat. Any mercies?
Nope.
Please?
The 14 misses, though, Salim.
Yeah, those 2 14s miss for sure.
All right, well, Salim, I did my best, buddy.
So, Vestian and Celine both take 4. And then
Yes.
Cardis takes 18.
I thought the 14s missed. No?
I had
They did.
I've rolled
The
a
hell-
28
Oh.
or 26 on the sword. I have a very sad question to ask you, Cardis.
uh-oh.
I'm not going to ask it though,
It's
because
okay.
that would make me feel really bad.
It's okay.
'Cause I'm pretty sure that puts you at negative half your max HP.
What?
That'd be negative 17.
No,
Mike, you're muted.
it's my total is 22.
Yeah, it's your total value, your total con value underneath. What's your con?
12.
Isn't that what it is? It's a negative your con value?
Oh, I thought it was negative half your max HP.
I thought it was negative half the max HP.
Maybe.
We'll talk about that later and talk about the ramifications.
Either way, did that you hit her, right, with the nat 20
Yeah.
and then followed through with the hilt?
No, I think the hilt missed.
Nope, because if she died with the nat 20, that hilt is an automatic 2 failed death saving throws. If you hit an unconscious character,
No,
it's
I
2.
missed though.
Right, but if you hit her with the greatsword, that would have dropped her.
Yeah,
And then the hilt would have been an automatic hit because she's unconscious.
untrue.
The 11 doesn't. Your AC doesn't matter if you're unconscious. It's an automatic hit. Any hit against an unconscious creature is a crit. Rules as written. It's a crit. It does two death saving throws. Or two
You still have to
saves.
hit though. Anyway,
Somebody Google it.
we'll talk about it later. Vestian, it's your turn.
I die a little bit inside. No, I have to heal myself.
You run. Running's an option, by the way.
It is an option, but Vestian's whole point of existence is to make sure no one else dies.
Okay.
So, as a bonus action, I swing my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
16,
That's a hit.
9 damage.
9 is good.
And then I heal myself
Okay.
with Cure Wounds. Gosh darn it. Hold on. Spell card. Attack. Cure Wounds. Level 1. I heal myself 11.
Pretty good.
And that's it for me.
All
I
right.
hope for the best for everyone else.
Ren?
Ren's what? Sorry. Go ahead.
If people have nat 20s left, this is probably a good time to use them. No? Okay.
No, but I can make one. So. Fuck. She is going to. First of all, is this chick really right next to me right now?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that the entire time.
She stepped over and tried to thunder wave him off the bridge.
Okay, so she's fighting alongside. I think
Yeah.
Ren kind of looks at her over her shoulder, just making sure, it's not a trick or anything. And she's
I know who
going.
she is, but I'll talk
Do you
about
know
that.
who she is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'd be more at ease and probably more focused and just, she'll touch. Come on, we talked about this.
Some macros.
This is my max speed.
Okay. That's a miss.
She's distracted by the lady next to her.
Because I would like to help. I'm actually going to burn my natural 20 and actually have Isabel do a thing. She's going to crit with an icicle, which she almost did anyway. Which is enough to kill him. So you just see her kind of like leap up on his face, grab an icicle in her hand, and just jam it into the slot of his helmet. And he just kind of slumps off the bridge.
Nope.
Curtis. Go ahead and
I have a. Yeah.
death save.
Okay.
2 20s in a row.
I think I have. I have a crit written on my.
You might still have one. Yeah, you've been saving them.
Okay. I'm happy to use that.
Okay. You're back at 1 hit point.
Yeah. And I'm angry.
Cool. Anger's good.
I'm gonna but I don't think she's going anywhere at this point. She's gonna, what's this guy up here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna vicious mockery him.
Cool.
Oh, come on.
That's a wisdom save. Wisdom save.
Yeah,
He succeeds.
that's bullshit.
I've been rolling unusually high this entire fight. I've been keeping track of the numbers.
We're feeling it.
Yeah. And I feel really bad because this is just normally a tough fight.
It's D&D, man.
Yeah. Salim.
Oop.
Yeah, you let those dice fall where they may, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I roll them in the open.
That's it for me.
All right. So that's safe for Salim. Keeper 4 doesn't just go to kill Salim though, because that's not their prerogative. It's gonna go over here to Ren.
She's She just waves at him. Actually, she's facing the other way still.
Okay. You're going to take 9 slashing.
Okay.
And he misses with the hilt.
Thank God for tiny miracles. Teeny tiny.
And then that was against Vestian. So let's see where that goes. 11?
11, he is still up.
And then another 6.
So 17?
Yeah.
Let me see here. I think 17 just puts him over.
Okay. So
17
you're
is
out.
just over. I am at 0. Yeah, I had 15 hit points.
Oh, cool.
And the scythe disappears.
Oop. Poor Scythe.
Yep. Sad day.
It's your turn.
Oh, yeah. Some death saving throws. You know what? I have a nat 20 donated as well. I'm going to use that and get back to 1 hit point. Get wrecked.
Okay. It's a good time to use those.
Yeah. I'm going to use mine. I'm going to go back to 1 hit point. The scythe is gone. Man, Vestia runs away. Everyone else dies. Who's up? No one?
Everyone except for Salim.
Okay, cool. You are within range. Blah, blah, hold on. Ward, and then, okay, cool. I am going to cast Sanctuary on myself. And I am going to disengage as my action, and I'm going to move.
Okay.
I'm going to move in a generally over here manner where I can slowly revive everyone without getting stabbed in the face. So that's my action. That's my turn.
That's fair. Ren. There's a keeper in your face.
Shh, I ain't scared of him. She's going to look him right in the face and what kind of armor is this guy wearing?
I believe it's scale mail.
There's no metal buckles on there.
It's metal scales.
I was thinking like something she could. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. Just gonna. This is what I've used today, guys.
That's so weird. I'll have to look into that.
Idle.
I have a question for you.
It's just a thing that happens every time they make an update.
Because you are a sorcerer, do you wish to twin that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you've had meta magic the whole time. We forgot all about that.
No, yes.
Go
I
make
do want
another
to do
attack
that.
roll.
If it works.
Okay, so the other one misses, but you do hit with that first one.
Yeah, she wants to hit the guy literally right in his face. She just kind of like puts up her hand like she normally does, but she's just staring into his eyes as she casts it.
Okay. Isabel's going to attempt to do a thing with another crit.
She does a thing.
Yeah. She takes him out. So the lightning bolt strikes him, and then she throws another knife, and it catches him. Cardis. Team 1 health.
I mean, this is how we beat the hook horrors, so.
I know.
Cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
What? Come on.
Oh, but the other number's not great.
I
rolled average.
I thought that was a death saving throw, and I
No.
died a little bit.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I guess kind of move over here a little bit, and yeah, let's all get defensive versus this keeper. Just try and get everybody ready to finish them off.
Keeper's gonna swing at Isabel. Because I did have her step in front of Ren. Because a thing happens. That's a hit. That's a miss. So 9 slashing. And as she gets slashed, fire erupts from her as she casts the thing, the spell.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, that one. Well, actually, that should be a level 2, so that's not the dice. So 22 damage, because Hellish Rebuke is a very good spell. He does get a saving throw, though.
Yeah.
Which he succeeds, so he takes half of that. All right. Vestian.
Vestian is going to move over here, and he's going to grab Salim by the collar and like pull him away. And as he's doing so, he's casting Spare the Dying on him and bringing him back up to 1 hit point. But his goal is to get him out of there and then step into his place. So I'm trying to swap places with his corpulent form and then res him.
I'll
Attack of
let that happen because he's unconscious.
Yeah, it'd be a force move at that point. And then he, like, as he's doing it, I guess he, like, looks to Ren. And he says, "I've got him. Just fight it." And he's pulling Salim out of the way.
Ren.
yeah. She's already cast it once, so she's just gonna keep on keeping on.
All right. Bzzzt.
Get wrecked. Carta, save us with your steamy blade.
I'm gonna let Cardis go for it. Let's get the killing blow.
Save us with your dark metal.
That's a hit. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna see if you can get that because I was supposed to go before you, and I would have missed, so it doesn't matter. Okay. All right.
Dice gods.
Steve, you're vaguely conscious.
From the ground, launching Eldritch Blast at the fuzzy thing he can barely recognize but assume is a evil keeper. For
That's
a
a hit.
15. Is that a hit?
Yeah.
For 4 points of damage.
Are you using the hook?
No, that I'm at a distance and I'm prone still, so it's an Eldritch Blast.
Well, you used the wrong one, but roll an Eldritch Blast damage because you rolled scimitar damage. There we
12
go.
damage instead of 4.
You actually like knock off his helmet with the force of the blast, and what you see is pale white skin with completely empty eyes, like bags under his eyes that are kind of like bleeding with this black pestilence. And then he falls over dead.
I think Ren runs over and helps Salim up, like pushing past Isabel to help Salim to his feet.
Isabel steps out of the way. He's like, "Well, you guys survived. Wasn't expecting that. Was looking a little rough there for a second."
What the hell was that?
Thought this was the town of residential. People lived. The things were fine.
What happened to the keepers?
Aren't witches sent here to prevent that?
It's a lot to explain, and I don't want to do it in the open.
Right. Get us. Is there somewhere safe nearby?
Step inside my shambling hut. And he motions towards the collapsing house.
No. We should really go to where it's safe.
We'll follow you.
Cyrus and Zaya still have a place.
What?
You would know Cyril and Zahia to be the Master Keeper and the Mother of Witches. Like
And
they're the two people who are in charge.
Yeah. So I take it everything has fallen down around here more than usual.
Yes. Now let's go.
Okay.
I just wanted to go on a simple trip to ask a simple question.
All right.
What? The hell was that? 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 What? The h
And I think that's where we cut for the episode.
Perfect.
I'm Vestian's doing this, and Cardis is like putting her hand on his shoulder, like, fuck, bro, I know.
Guys, this was harrowing. That was a journey.
That was a tough fight.
That was closer than the Hook Horrors.
Yeah, the difficulty spikes up a little bit.
Yeah. Like, for the Hook Horrors, like, I was good the whole time until the very end of the Hook Horrors, and I was like, this is fine. I'll defend. Get back up. Get back up. This was rough.
Yeah.
This was almost.
This one actually is like a tactical nightmare where if you don't approach it correctly, it will mess you up.
Would have been cool, though. Like, I mean, I think you have a rule, right, in the book where you can only be one witch and one keeper. Is that a thing?
In the party, yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been ironic to have Cardis die here, because then her only option is to be a witch, because we're on an island of only witches and keepers. So she could only have been one or the other, which would have been.
She's the boat that picks us up when we leave.
Yeah, she's
the crazy boat lady.
Yeah, she's the ferryman on the river Styx. Speaking of crazy ladies, let's do our outros, and we'll start with Miss Ginger Ninja. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of this harrowing experience?
I am Xmas Ginger Ninja everywhere, and it was a lot of fun. I'm pretty pumped to dive into like some of the witchy business, and see what all this is about.
Hell yeah! Let's jump right over to the keeper of the group here, Bird. Who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of today's episode?
Hey, I'm Bird vs. Plane. You can find me on Twitch or Twitter at that very same name. And I am excited to see what the fate is of the Keepers and Witches and how personal we're going to take that. That's going to be very interesting to see what develops next week.
Me too. Let's jump over to Maddie. Maddie, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
Oh, that was super awesome. I'm Mad Fishmonger. You can find me as Mad Fishmonger online, and man, like, Cardis is, she's not from here. She's from elsewhere, and she just kind of wanders into town. It's just like, oh, okay, these people are all right. I'll hang around with them. We'll get, things will happen. What the hell is going on?
We'll totally be famous. It's fine. Dead. Dead.
That's how you become famous.
Yeah. By
Dead or
dying.
famous.
Yeah.
How many times, like, she must have so many bruises. And you gotta remember, like, falling from her height, too. Every time she goes down, she's falling like 8 feet to the ground.
I mean, no, it's usually like you can like crumple down
A slow crumple, yeah. But I mean, she's gonna have a few little, eggs on her head from
True.
from all that collapsing.
And taking pleasure in our slow crumples, Ethan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this episode?
I'm glad I didn't kill anybody. I'm Ethan. You can find me at Super Robot Bear on the Twitter, because that's where you can talk to me about if you want to talk to me about, why I didn't kill everyone, because I probably could have. I actually did my best to try to kill you guys, and then till the very end when you guys almost died, and I'm like, I'm going to hold back a little bit.
Oh no. They're doing bad by themselves. I didn't need to help.
Yeah, I didn't need. I was just rolling. The number of times I rolled over 20 in that fight is ridiculous. Because I think I only have a +5 to attack.
Yeah,
So,
I think every hilt was like over 20, I think.
yeah,
Or
it's
almost every one of them.
Yeah, it was with those hilts.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But I had fun. I actually really enjoyed the talk at the very beginning of the session. So
Oh yeah, that was cool. I'm excited to see the witchy bits as well. That's pretty cool because Normantown is pretty normal, right? It's the run of the mill Vikings hunting for food, but like this is weird, especially to Vestian. Like this is the weird. So like he's used to being at home and dealing with other homeland troubles. But yeah, super cool. Guys, be sure to check out that North Seat link in chat, and I'll take you to where you can buy this book. The primer is free, book 1 is free, book 2 is $10, and book 3 is in the works. So guys, get on that link, check it out, and buy this from Ethan. It is super awesome. If you haven't seen it, go check out the rest of the episodes on YouTube. They are also awesome. And if you're in the buying mood, check out our sponsor, The Dice of Rolling, a complete set of polyhedral dice with optimized quantities and fun colors for D&D 5e. They are great stocking stuffers. They are great for new players. Get them for Christmas. And last, but definitely not least, guys, if you want to pay these bright, shining faces you see before you, check out our Patreon. Our whole goal here is to pay our DMs and our cast members for the awesome hard work they put in week and week out for this foreseeable future. And with that, let's get the hell out of here and do something I should have done a second ago and check who's streaming so I can rate them, because I'm a professional, and that's what professionals do, because I don't know who's streaming, and I'm bad at my job. Perfect. Guys, thanks for let's go do Encounter
No,
Roleplay.
Mike, no. You're so...
Yep. Thanks for the help, team. Raid Encounter Roleplay. Perfect. So guys, stick around, give them all your high sticky raid love, and from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.